Hey guys, what is up? This is Feather Neighbor who's here back again with another Isaac hardcore run. Could do Eden. Who will be not done? So Isaac and Maggie have only beaten the hearts. Lazarus hasn't had a run. Eden hasn't had a run. Let's just knock some Eden out right now. Let's see what we get. Not the greatest beginning. So we got ZXLP Gemini. Vocal 9 ZXLP. So ZXLP does scale on your own damage, so it could be okay. I actually didn't look at my stats. Let me check real fast. Okay, so pretty basic stats, it looks like. Start with no trinket and no consumable. This start is not great. Not great, but that's fine. Doesn't need to be great. I mean, it did start with a Spirit Heart, which is nice. I do like starting with Spirit Hearts. Also, Gemini is great. I will say that. I forgot how strong Gemini was against the early game bosses. So, oops. Sorry, Gemini. You're the best. Love you. Kisses. Well, I'll pick it up. How about this? I'll pick it up so we have it, right? Okay, Sloth. Easy enough mini boss. Maybe we'll get something sweet. Probably not though. You never get anything sweet. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I wouldn't call that sweet. Ah. Okay. Oh, that's fine. It was a fairly productive floor. Meat is sweet. Gemini's good. ZXLP's not great. We didn't lose any, or we didn't take any damage, so as such we didn't lose our Spirit Heart. Gemini taking the reins of the game. What was our luck stats? Not out of the ordinary. That's interesting. I'm just getting a lot of drops. I like it. You know, I'm not upset about it. Oof, that wasn't a good hit. Not a good hit at all. Alright, let's face our nightmares. It's Dingle. Dingle's probably gonna be pretty straightforward. Except for the little fucking dingleberries. Every time, dude. Dingleberries make this fight so much more intense than it needs to be. If there were just no dingleberries in this fight, like, anybody ever taking damage against Dingle would be like the dumbest shit. Okay. So this isn't a great first deal with the devil, because now it still leaves us open to getting deals with the angel in the future. By the way, people say that poop in boss rooms can't have items, which is like absolutely false. They definitely can. It's happened very many times. Eloquent Baby's fine. It's the highest damage familiar, but obviously it shoots in the V pattern, so it's not really that great. But it's fine. I would like a bomb drop from this room, please. Thank you. Well, guess all I have to do is ask nicely, and it happens, so. Just checking for our potential black markets, but did not seem to find one. That's good enough for this floor. Okay. Okay. So far we have actually a really good assortment of very kind of middle of the road items that are good, I guess. Like Gemini is probably the best item we have so far. Either that or, no, it's probably Gemini. I was about to say that or Cat of Nine Tails, but Cat of Nine Tails not that great. Like, it's good, but It's not incredible. Oh, this is the room. Bullet hell. Alright. Oh, sorry. Every time we get a room like that, I will probably just like stop talking entirely. I need a good deal of concentration on that kind of a room. Not really digging the damage, Gertie Jr., you asshole. Okay, safety pin's fine. Our shot speed's getting to the point where it's like legitimately a good thing to have, which is sweet. It's not the most frequent occurrence. So generally it's not worth 2 bombs for an iron chest, but we only have 1 key, which will be gone after this floor, so yeah, that's pretty much the worst possible payout. Okay. It's fine, we're fine. So the other cool thing about safety pin is obviously the black heart is nice. Iron chests. Ooh, stigmata. That is not iron chest, but that is worth it. So now we have stigmata and meat, which are both basically the same item. And by basically, I mean they're identical items. They both give 1 heart container and a 0.3 damage up, so the only difference is that stigmata is item room pool, while meat is boss room pool. And they're both exclusive to those pools. But they are basically the same thing, so this is a tough call. I think it's probably correct to not use my key on that, but if it has a key inside of it, then it would be the correct call. But we can't guarantee that, so I'm just gonna use my key on the item room and then cry when it's a fucking worthless spacebar item that's somehow worse than Shoop the Whoop. Meaning Butterbean. Okay, that's an actual really good item. Mom's Perfume is great. Fear Shot is cool. Maybe not really good. That's probably overvaluing the item, but it's good enough. That's probably more accurate. The item does some good shit. That's about it. Alright. Let's just stop taking any damage whatsoever so we don't have to, you know, struggle along without any more deals. This room is easy enough. These enemies have fairly low health in Rebirth. The fucking toxic bomb flies or whatever the fuck. I mean, they're flies and they exploded and they're like not bomb flies though, so I don't know what to call them. I feel like toxic bomb fly is like pretty okay, the name. Oh, I should have taken damage from that on the way back. The rock could be really nice. It, in fact, was. It would have been really nice in, like, probably both extreme situations. Or maybe, I guess more than both extreme situations. Hey guys, I learned about this recently. How cool is that? Didn't want to open that. Didn't really have much of a choice. Rusted key might help us out though, so that's good. I don't know how to dodge all of them! Don't like that room. That is not a key. It could be a key. It actually could be. Range up some. Let's, ugh. Well, I can play it a little bit, I suppose. It has a chance of blowing up into consumables, but most of the time when it blows up, it's into, not consumables, the, crystal ball. Man, I'm struggling with names of items recently. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I will take this Hanged Man card. I'm gonna use it to get that bomb, and we're just gonna like walk in here, see what's going on, and say hey. What's going on? Whee. One extra bomb's like probably worth using the Hanged Man card in almost every situation. I guess we'll just fight the boss. Not much reason not to immediately. Hollow easy enough with Shoot the Whoop. The one boss that the Shoot the Whoop is good. Yeah. Alright. Well, Trinity Shield. Do I fight the Angel? I guess. Oh no, it won't do anything yet because we haven't even unlocked either of the endgame floors. Right. I figured that out last time that I got Angel Rooms. I blew it up and nothing happened. What a fucking weird thing. Like, blowing up the angel statues already in itself is weird. And then the fact that, like, you literally, like, it doesn't work until you meet some arbitrary prerequisite. I mean, I guess it's not entirely arbitrary, right? Because it's like, can't do anything with the key at that, like, before then anyway, so it's the fucking point. But, I don't know, it just feels arbitrary. Blood bag. Sick. Maybe it'll explode and give me a blood bag immediately. Probably not. Didn't want to pick that up. So we got some cashish. We got our key for our item room that probably is worthless. I'm gonna check out what's in here, which is goat hoof. Probably not better than rusted key if rusted key does in fact work. I think it works. I believe it to work. I've said it before. It didn't work in vanilla. Well, technically it didn't exist in like true vanilla or whatever, but when people say vanilla, they generally refer to the Binding of Isaac, including the expansion of Wrath of the Lamb. And in that, it didn't do anything. Rusted Key was just like it did nothing. The item actually did nothing. Didn't do anything negative, it just didn't do anything. It just almost lost a full spirit heart. That's pretty good. Mom's Wig is actually a pretty good item. I am a fan. So I'm gonna keep playing this bitch. I think I'm gonna take Pinky Eye. Shit. Let's not talk about that. Why am I not spawning spiders? Am I just that unlucky? You can spawn spiders in empty rooms. You don't need to be enemies. Either something is bugged or I'm just the most unlucky person alive, which we've concluded that is probably the case anyway, so I guess we should. Look at that, we got 2 spiders, we did it. Somebody alert Reddit. We did it. Man, so I have my computer set up in a basement, right? I don't know if you've like ever like been in a basement for extended periods of time in your life. Random viewer who I'm talking to as if we're having a conversation. But they get cold generally. Like even with like insulation and everything, like even when everything is like set up for it to supposedly not be cold, it's fucking cold, right? And so I have a space heater, which I don't know if you've like, you know, people probably haven't paid enough attention to notice it, but in several videos you'll hear me either turning it on or off because it's either getting too hot or it was too cold and I turned it on or whatever, right? But I also have a blanket that I put over my legs to help with the warmth. There's something wrong with my legs though, and like I can't keep a blanket on just my legs. So what happens is that it's constantly falling off of the front of my legs, which is infuriating because I can't just randomly like pause the recording and be like, Well, hang on a second. Let me fix this blanket. So I'll do it in downtime in like rooms that I've already cleared or empty rooms or whatever when it does actually fall down. Man, it's weird. It's finicky. I have a lot of like weird things that my body does that probably aren't good, but I'm still alive, so whatever. Like I've been to the doctor before, and I've even like had fucking tests and shit. Well, that's actually the funny thing, right? So I'm 6 feet, right? And I'm 130 some pounds. I'm not even gonna take Dead Sea Scrolls. This item is trash. I say 130 some because I mean it fluctuates, right? Like, did I eat? Did I poop? You know, general weight fluctuation things. I say 130 because that's like the low point. So that's 2 tinder rocks that I can't access on this floor. Shit. But yeah, so I'm 6 feet tall, 130 pounds. That seems pretty not good, right? That seems unhealthy. That seems like I'm incredibly underweight. Well, I assure you, I eat a large amount of food. Do you see that? That animation is so bugged. I guess we'll... let's not explore. We can probably do boss rush. So I eat a bunch, which the first thing is when somebody who's super skinny says they eat a lot, the first conclusion that's drawn is, oh, they just don't pay attention to how much they eat, and they think they eat a lot. Which, to be honest with you, they used to be true for me. However, I'm the guy who fucking, like, the Chipotle employees know me by goddamn fucking, not by name, but by me being the weird fucker who, in the middle of winter, comes to Chipotle, like, 3 times a week in his shorts. That's me, right? Like, I definitely, every time I go to Chipotle, like, they're normal, usual people who work there who, will actually, like, nod, right? Like, hey, yeah, it's you, right? Basically, I'm trying to say that I'm a regular to Chipotle, which probably I could have just said that and it would have accomplished the same goal. But I wanted to comment on the fact that I wear shorts in the winter because I'm a fucking weird fuck. But yeah, like, I just have one of the scariest fucking metabolisms I've ever even imagined. I eat so much goddamn food. And my brother's the exact same way, too. Like, we're both just fucking glorified noodles that just eat so much food. But, yeah, so in high school? Middle school. High school? I think high school, actually. Yeah, in high school, my mom was, like, super worried that I was, like, so skinny. I think at the time, like, she overheard me and my friends talking about, like, in gym we had the thing where they, like, test your BMI, right? And, the BMI tests, they have an issue where they don't go low enough. Wow. I can't actually do boss rush with those items. They don't go low enough, right? Like, there's a minimum where they give an error. And, like, you know, we were joking around, because all my friends in high school were, like, similar. For the most part. Not everybody, but for the most part. We were all fucking just straightened out coat hangers walking around. So, like, you know, some of my friends were like, yo, dude, I got fucking, like, 7%. And, like, one of my other friends was like, oh, I got the error, it goes too low. And I was like, yeah, me too. And I think my mom probably overheard that. And, and she probably got, like, concerned or something. And she was like, I'm concerned that you have an iron deficiency. So then I'm like, okay, whatever. Then we go to fucking the doctor. They ask me questions. Take a blood sample, right? And, you know, same old questions. Just pretty standard checkup. Just give a blood sample as well. And then, get home. It's like, oh, you get your results in a couple days. Okay. A couple days pass, get the results. It's perfectly healthy. In fact, probably more healthy than the average healthy person. And my mom's like, no, I don't believe it. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, if you don't believe a fucking doctor who took a blood test, then I don't know who you'll believe, so whatever. I guess you just assume your child is this sickly fucking stick or something. It's fine by me. I'll just keep living my life. The only time that I've ever had, like, health issues, like, I've felt health issues, I suppose. Well, one time I thought I had appendicitis when it turned out to just be a horrible, horrible buildup of, like, awful gas. And when I say that, generally people are like, oh, you went to the hospital because you farted? No, like, if you probably have only said that or you probably only say that if you have never actually had, like, gas, right? Like a buildup of gas. Because it's fucking bad, dude. It's probably more painful than most things people, like, you know, talk about being painful. Probably not more painful than, like, a broken bone, but it's probably in the same ballpark, honestly. And I've never had a broken bone, so I can't imagine, but at the very least with broken bones, from what I understand, your body generally goes into shock and it doesn't hurt. At least not much. It might hurt, like, a little bit, but it's nothing compared to what it would actually feel like if you weren't in shock or something. I don't know. God damn it, there's literally nothing. Okay, I'll take Book of Sin. But other than that, there was one other thing that happened, and it was one of the scariest things in my life. And it happened a couple of years ago when I got a job at a local grocery store. I mean, it was a chain grocery store, but it's like right by my house. That's why I call it local. I don't want to name names, because, you know, talking about ex-employers or something is like not good or whatever. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to figure out where I worked. But anyway, basically, you know, I felt more or less forced into taking the job there, which was shitty. Like, I have anxiety issues, and essentially feeling like I couldn't have an option about working there or not probably didn't help my my anxiety. But basically what happened was, more or less, I finished training, and then the first day of work I did, I mean, like, all throughout, after being, like, hired and going through all the shit to, like, you know, get me up to speed for the job or whatever, like, during all that shit, I felt like I had a collapsed lung, or at least that's what I had convinced myself, because I had chest pains that seemingly wouldn't go away, and I had trouble breathing. No deal with the devil, I guess that's the end of the run. Well, I'll finish my story. Oh, Ipecac, and we forgot the cutscene, whatever. Here, let's watch it while I finish my story, because the cutscene will show up here, and 6. So I had chest pains, consistent, and I had a soreness in my back around the left side of my chest. I don't think I've ever watched that before. I had soreness around the left side of my chest, as well as whenever I would breathe, it would make a very, very clearly audible wheezing, right? Like as I would breathe normally, right? It wasn't like a just the inhaling and or just the exhaling, and it wasn't like occasional, and it wasn't like I was sick. It was like, legitimately, it sounded like something was wrong with my breathing in general, right? And then during training, well, it wasn't quite training yet. We were just getting walked around, like, showing all the departments or whatever. It was like, it was technically training. We were getting paid doing it, and it was me and a couple other people that had just started. But while being walked around, I, like, my left shoulder started to ache, and, like, as I would walk more, my chest would hurt more, and it was really bad. And all in all, I didn't think I was having a heart attack because it lasted several days, and generally a heart attack is like a, you know, pain, numbness, done, that's it, heart attack, right? It's not like a multi-day sort of a progression. I didn't think it was a stroke because I, you know, everything else felt fine. It was just the lung thing. And since it was so concentrated around one side of my chest, I assumed it was a collapsed lung. And that was the only other time that I thought I had medical issues in my life. But it ended up, it was just anxiety. What a cool thing to have. Don't you love it when you think you have a collapsed lung, but in reality it's just because you have horrible, horrible anxiety to a lot of certain things that are really not great. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry to be such a bummer. I'm still upbeat though. Ha! Woohoo! Alright, well, I'll see you next time, where we'll hopefully not lose the streak. It'll be the 8th run, so anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that Eden run, and I'll see you guys next time.